In today's video, we are going to be fishing for some 10-pound bass. Come on. Oh yeah, meat, son, meat. It's a bite. There he is. There's another one. That's a good one. That's a good one. There we go. Oh, dude, it's a giant. It's a giant. Oh my gosh. I did not think it was that big. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the video. If you guys are new here, thank you for clicking on the video. I greatly appreciate it. I am A-Dub, and today we are going to be fishing for some big bass. A lot of my recent videos, I've just been going out and catching a bunch of like decent fish, you know, 2-pounders, 3-pounders, stuff like that. But I've been having the itch to go out and try to catch some really big fish, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. The lake that I'm at today has actually produced a lot of fish, over 10 pounds. I even remember a couple years back, somebody caught one in here that was 13 pounds. So this place has got them. I'm not saying that people catch 10-pounders every week. That doesn't happen really anywhere except for maybe Texas and maybe Florida, but even still, a 10-pound bass is a really hard fish to catch. But the good thing is, we know they live in here because they've been caught before, and today we're gonna do everything we can to see if we can put one in the boat. These big fish will eat normal baits. I've caught some really big fish on a little 4-inch worm on a drop shot, but today we're gonna really be targeting big fish. So we're gonna be fishing with some normal baits. You know, we're gonna throw some stick baits, probably flip a crawl a little bit, maybe throw around a worm, but also we're gonna be mixing in some big baits. I'm talking glide baits like that, maybe even a little big spoon action, and maybe even some big worms. So real quick, before we start fishing, I want to check the Deep Dive app and see what it says about the fishing today at this place. I haven't been here since March or April, so I really don't know exactly what the fish are doing. I will say I've been seeing quite a few shad back here in this creek that I'm in, but let's check the app and see what it has to say. All right, so we've got our map loaded up. First off, I'm just gonna check the weather for today. We are actually in a major feeding window right now. It's 10:39. So I only have about 15 minutes left in the feeding window. I got out here a little bit late this morning, but we are in a feeding window right now. So maybe we'll go ahead and catch a fish right off the bat. But going back to the map, the two main features that I'm gonna be using today is going to be the water clarity map and then also the water inflow map. As far as water clarity goes, it's looking like the whole lake is pretty clear, and honestly, the water is pretty clear back here. Usually it's a little bit muddy, but it's pretty clear right now. So let's go and look at our water inflows. And as you can tell right where I'm at, we've got a couple different water flows coming in. Over the years, I've caught a lot of fish off of waterfalls and little creeks putting in water, especially whenever fall is starting to come around. It's not fall yet, but we've been having those cool mornings. Everything is kind of starting to transition. And like I said, I've been seeing some shad back here in these creeks. So all of these water inflows should have a lot of fish sitting in them. I think the shad are gonna be pushed up there because there's a lot more oxygen, there's that cool water coming in, and there should be a lot of fish there. And the nice thing is we can look at our Deep Dive app and we can just look at literally every single water inflow on the lake, and we can fish all of them if we want to. I don't have to go look for them because I know that they are literally right there. If you guys do want to check out the Deep Dive app, be sure to check it out down below. I've been working with them for about a year now, and I use the app all the time when I'm going to new lakes, or if I just haven't been to a place in a while. It doesn't hurt to pull it up. It has helped me on more than one occasion to actually figure out what the fish are dialed in on. So if you guys would like, be sure to check it out, link down below. I'm gonna go ahead and start fishing. Let's catch us a 10, baby. Let's do it. This is just the perfect little flipping setup just to be fishing around all these trees and all this stuff. So let's start out by throwing that a little bit. Just a simple Texas rig, nothing crazy. I could definitely do a jig, but we're just going old school for right now. There is another guy fishing in here. Already. Second cast. What? Oh my gosh. At least it wasn't on the first cast. First cast is bad luck. But look at that. We already got one. He's not a 10-pounder. He is a 1-pounder, but we'll take it. Anyways, like I was saying, there is a guy fishing in here. He's way back in the creek. I can see him. I didn't know if there was actually anybody back here with me, but he is. But I guess he hasn't fished this area because I just caught a fish that quick. So, I don't know. We'll share it with him though. It looks like he's over there near that water inflow point, but we're just gonna slowly work our way up there and see what we can do. That is a good sign. All I did was just flip my bait up there, and there goes one blowing up on bait right there. Hold on, let's see if we can get one up on top of it right there. See if I can get it to him in time. I don't know if I can get it that far. Nope. If they start blowing up though, I'm gonna start throwing this bait. Honestly, I could probably throw this up on the bank and catch them too, but for right now, we're just gonna keep throwing the crawl. If you guys do want to check out the mock crawl, that will be linked down below as well. The color that I'm throwing is a green pumpkin purple gold. I don't know if I already said that or not, but really cool color. It's got a lot of flash to it, and I think it's just really good because it imitates a bluegill perfectly. You know, bluegill have all kinds of different colors, and that's kind of how this crawl is. It's just got a ton of different colors in it and seems to work pretty good. I do have a little peg on here. Usually I don't throw a peg, but I know that there's a lot of trees right here that I can skip under. So if I have that peg, I can skip that bait. There's another one. Oh, dude, what in the... That wasn't even a bass. That was like a warmouth. What? Man, they're biting pretty good right now. I ain't gonna lie. We just gotta hope that the big ones are. This is the little area that I like, right up here. Honestly, kind of shocked that I didn't get bit in here, or catch a fish in here. I thought I might have had one bite, but it wasn't a good bite. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna fish the rest of this little bank. And then after that, we're gonna go back down to where I was before. See if we can't get on them down there. So I believe this is one of our water inflow points, but there is no water actually being put in right now. This is a pond that drains into the lake, but I think the pond must be low, so there's no water coming in. Let's pick up the glide. I'm gonna throw this glide around these rocks, and after that, we're gonna move. And we're back. This is where I first started, right here. And we are now going to go this way, back towards the main lake. I'm gonna keep throwing the crawl for right now, but I am gonna mix in a little bit of the other baits. That was a bite from a brim. Or a tiny bass. Tiny bass. I called it. Good gracious, dude. You are hungry. That was a little baby. Hey, it was a bass though. I was about to just not set the hook, but I was like, I might as well try it out and see if it's a bass or not. It was. It was just a baby one. One of these times, I'm gonna skip it up there and a 2 or 3 or 4 pounder is gonna grab it. We just haven't put it in front of one of their faces yet. We've just been putting it in front of the babies. If I'm gonna catch one, it ought to be right here. These trees right here look fire. There's one. Oh, another small one. Dadgummit. I knew I should catch one in these trees though. This bank is looking good. We're gonna fish down to this point, and if we don't catch something decent size by then, we're gonna make a move, just because we're on the hunt for a big one. And as of right now, we have not had a big bite. I honestly thought that one was gonna be big. He's bigger than the ones we've been catching, but not by much. At least we're catching them though, but I just want to get a decent fish. He actually thumped it. That's why I thought he was going to be bigger. All right, let's make a little move. If we end up not getting on any fish when we move, we can always come back, because we know there's some fish here. I just don't know how big they're going to be. So we're going to go get a little bit more main lake. Still probably going to hop in a couple creeks, but I want to get closer to the big water. Oh my gosh, there's a spider. Look at this sucker, dude. Oh gosh, he's about to get on me. Before we get any further into the video, I did want to ask you guys, if you wouldn't mind, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel down below. I am currently at 73,000 subscribers, and I would love to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to go down below, leave a like on the video, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. All right, we just made our first move of the day. I'm going to fish this thing down this side and back up this side, and then probably gonna fish that main lake bank. I've caught them good there before, just because why not, you know. But I will say, after we hit this, I know a spot that should be putting in water. It's like a little waterfall, kinda, and it should be good. And we're gonna be going there, and we're gonna see if we can catch any fish off of that. There we go. That's a bass. I thought he was bigger than that though, but he's not. Dadgummit. If you're starting to lose hope, don't lose hope. We're gonna catch some good ones, I promise. It just hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna happen, I promise. There's one. This is definitely the biggest one so far. He's still not big, but biggest one so far. Still not what we're looking for, but it's an improvement. Definitely an improvement. They're eating the heck out of this crawl. There's another one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, he's better. Oh yeah. Yeah, there we go. That is way better than what we've been catching. Way better. You think he wanted the muck crawl? That thing is down his throat, son. Good gracious. There we go. Had to do a little bit of surgery on him, but we got that hook out. He's gonna be just fine. That's a good little 2-pounder, probably 2 1/4. Still not big, but bigger than what we've been catching. Let's go fish this water inflow. The part that I really want to fish is in the back of this pocket, but I figured it might be worth it to stop in up here and fish our way in. And honestly, once we get done fishing back here, I might come up here and fish this point and fish that point, and then also there's another point that I'd like to fish, because if we can't catch one over 3 pounds up on the bank, we're gonna have to go catch them deep. That's a good one. Oh, he ain't even that good. Dude, this one right here tricked me. When I set the hook, homeboy did not move an inch. I thought he was about to be a giant, but he's not. Still a decent fish, better than what we've been catching, but still not big. It's putting in a little bit of water. I can hear it now. All right, we're gonna try something while I'm still in this area. We're gonna try throwing the ball and chain. If you don't know what the ball and chain is, that is a Carolina rig. And I absolutely despise throwing a Carolina rig. I just do not like it. But the thing is that it's kind of hard to beat this whenever it's hot and the fish are out deep. So my favorite thing to throw on one is either, oh my gosh, dude, them hawks are mad. Anyways, my favorite thing to throw on one is either a Strike King game hog or a big worm. And we are going to rig up a mock worm on here. Same color as that crawl, because the crawl's been working. So why change colors? Green pumpkin, purple gold, big worm. Maybe these big ones want a big meal. There's one. Good gracious, he hit it too. He ain't a bad one. I wasn't even paying attention. I was sitting here looking at this deer that was up in the woods, and we got a fish. Decent one, maybe 2 pounds. Whew, on the mega worm. That was insane. And it's another baby. Oh, dude, it is a huge warmouth. Look at that thing. Good gracious. That's a dang good one. I thought it was a tiny bass. Nope, it was a warmouth. We have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we just have to see if there's any fish in here that want to eat. All right, I took off the crawl and put on a little shaky head. This is just a little 1/4 ounce shaky head. And I've got a green pumpkin blue flake worm on there. I think that crawl could work, but I just have way too much confidence in a shaky head in here. So that's what I'm gonna throw. Oh yeah, finally. Finally got one in here. It ain't a bad one, but he still ain't big. Not bad though. There's one. Is it big? Oh, dude, it's a giant. It's a giant. Oh my gosh. I did not think it was that big. It's a giant. Oh my gosh. What should we do? Should we lip him or should we boat flip him? I'm thinking we boat flip him. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go. That is what we've been trying to catch for a while now. That's a 4-pounder. Whoo, yeah. Look at that, short and fat. I love it. I love it. Let's get a little weight on her real quick. I think she'll go 4 just because she's so fat. But we'll see. Oh, she's close. 363. So, not a true 4-pounder, but what a beautiful fish. Thank you, baby. See ya. That was fun. Now, can I do it again? I don't know. I'm gonna try slinging this big crankbait a couple times. I got one. It's big too. Well, he ain't that big. I got one though on the 8XD. He ain't big, but he ain't small. Not as big as the last one, but a good, I don't know, 2 1/4. There's a stack of fish right here. I'm just not able to get a ton of them to eat, at least not yet. That was my first good cast with the crankbait and I caught one, so who knows, I might get some fired up with this thing. Well, my GoPro battery died and then I slung my crankbait up in a tree, so I have more crankbaits, but I'm actually gonna try throwing the Carolina rig. We're gonna see if something will eat this. Still a big presentation. We've got a big worm. And it's a little bit of a different action than what I've been throwing, so maybe they'll like this. But these fish seem to be sitting right here at the entrance of this. There's a drop off right there. And they're just sitting all around right here. That's a bite. There he is. Yep. I'm tricking a couple of these things. This one's not big, but I tricked him into biting. Yeah. Oh goodness. I got PTSD from the last video. I don't want to hook myself. I know I haven't caught any giants today, but man, I'm still having fun. I've been catching the heck out of them. I don't say that to brag, but I did not come out here today thinking that I was going to end up catching this many fish. I'm having a ball. This is fun. I'm hot. I'm dripping sweat. But you know what? Fish are biting. I ain't leaving yet. There we go. I don't know how big it is though. It's got to be decent. I've literally caught a fish on like every different type of bait you can imagine. That was on a drop shot. Oh yeah. I mean, that's a 3-pounder. This is some light line, so we'll be careful with you. Oh yeah. These fish are smart. I'm having to catch them on every single different type of bait that I got in this boat. I done caught one on a Carolina rig, one on a drop shot, one on a shaky head, and one on a big crankbait. But they're here and they're eating. Good fish though. We're not gonna put them on the scale. Probably 2.5, 2 3/4. I'll take it though. I like it. That was on the green pumpkin purple dream shot. I've been throwing all this other stuff at them and they just haven't wanted it. So I was like, hey, let me try to get a little bit finessey here and we'll just throw something real small and subtle. Well, it worked. We're gonna see if we can't catch us one more fish and then we're gonna call it. But I'd really like to catch another one. There's some big ones here. I just gotta get them to eat. We got that one big one to bite. This one's not big. Oh my gosh, dude, he's a baby. Okay, we're not ending it on that because this is tiny. But there is some big ones down there. I just gotta make them bite. I think that might be a decent one. And the thunder rolls. I mean, he hasn't come up yet. Oh yeah. That's a good fish. Oh yeah. Meat, son. Meat. That's what I'm talking about. That is a good fish right there. All right, baby. Thank you for biting. See you later.